Hi, I'm Chuck Colson with this week's 2-Minute Warning. In a previous 2-Minute Warning, you heard me talk about why Christians ought to support education reform. From the early church through the Middle Ages and throughout the history of our country, promoting sound education is part of the Christian DNA. Then there's the matter of justice. It's grossly unjust, is it not, to condemn poor children and their parents to bad schools, or an endless array of bureaucrat-sponsored reforms that do nothing except keep those who have already failed in power. So today I want to tell you a little bit about some promising reforms that all Christians ought to get behind. In Ohio, 30% of schools are classified as subpar. Well, compared with a lot of states and schools, that's not too bad, but not nearly good enough. In the Chicago public suburbs, a recent study found that after 20 years and millions of dollars spent on various reforms, there's been no real progress in elementary school reading scores. And only 8% of kids who grow up in low-income communities nationwide graduate from college by age 24. Now look, friends, this is a national tragedy and a scandal. And it's why I'm so excited about a series of reforms being championed by Ohio Governor John Kasich. Their proposed reforms are modeled on similar approaches in Colorado and California. The Ohio bill, which will be a pilot project for the city of Columbus, empowers parents. Schools will be ranked according to academic achievement. Those in the bottom 5% for 3 years running would be closed or taken over, but not by more bureaucrats, rather by parents or even teachers. Governor Kasich also seeks to double the number of school vouchers so parents can send their children to schools of their choice. No longer would they have to depend on a lottery for their kids to be able to attend a decent school. This reform would increase school competition and rescue youngsters from failing schools. The reform would also take the cap off charter schools, giving parents more choices, educators more freedom. Ohio would also invite Teach for America, which places recent college grads as teachers in poor areas. The plan would even put an end to union rules that promote job security for teachers instead of excellence in the classroom. As Governor Kasich says, we need to make sure that our children have an opportunity to succeed because without education in the 21st century, we're attaching a ball and chain to their leg. All I can say is amen. Good for Governor Kasich. Stay tuned. You'll be hearing more from me about our new grassroots movement to reform education in this country. It's simply a matter of justice. I'm Chuck Colson. That's this week's 2-Minute Warning.